So guys, samahan niyo ako na tapusin yung assignment ko tonight, June ng 11:59. It's already 10 p.m. So our assignment for today is actually about writing an argument for a uh, case that we have in CPLET. So this is more of Facebook disclosure on certain on a plaintiff. This is a tort case. Plaintiff got injured, and the defendant, being the insurer, wants more information, and that's why they're asking for disclosure from the plaintiff. The disclosure that they're seeking is actually Facebook disclosure or his Facebook account. Probably because they just wanted to find out whether they want to find out the status of the plaintiff in the sense that does it conflict with what he's claiming. Of course, as he is injured, he's seeking for damages. Now they wanted to make sure that whatever he's saying is true, and one way of knowing that is through the Facebook. And then, so basically, what I'm trying to find out is writing an argument. I am for the plaintiff in the sense that I need to argue why the disclosure is not appropriate, or I am seeking to have this disclosure or this motion for disclosure refused or denied. So, samahan niyo lang ako. And then, yep, yun lang naman ang gagawin natin. As usual. Okay, hold on. Sa mga nanonood, maraming salamat. Samahan niyo naman ang aking napaka-boring na gabi. So, just to give you an update, nagpa-test ako kanina for COVID because I came in contact with a fellow lawyer in the firm, and he tested positive for COVID. But yeah, so because strict dito sa Canada, if someone is tested positive and for those who he or she has contacted or had a contact, then must be tested as well. And so our firm is all the members of the firm, the lawyers, me, and assistants have to get tested just to make sure, diba? That's mandatory. And we have 2 weeks of quarantine. But even though I am going to stay at home, doesn't mean that I'm not working. I will still be working, but it's going to be working from home. And if there are any court appearances, then I can do that online via WebEx. And yep, so I just have to do that. Do and do and do and do and do. So, okay, anyway, I got tested this afternoon. Hopefully it comes back negative. It's very risky to have, and I don't want that, nor any of our family. I don't want that to happen to my wife. It's better to be safe than sorry, right? Let's be preventive than reactive. So, yeah. The problem is, dito pala sa Canada, the results will come out in 10 days. It's not going to be like the expedited one. So here in Alberta, in order for you to get the results within or expeditedly, or in order for them to actually process your results in an expedited manner, you have to qualify. You have to comply with two grounds. First, the reason why you have to get tested is because AHS, or the Alberta Health Service, has called you to get tested. And secondly, if you are symptomatic. Okay, so symptomatic meaning um, you're showing symptoms. But in my case, I'm not showing any symptoms. Um, no call from AHS, but rather it's just an office policy. Then it's not expedited. And if it's not expedited, it will take probably 10 days to actually receive the results. Now, if, for example, I want to get the results sooner, I can go to any pharmacy to get tested. I checked the website because before booking that test, saying that if you are asymptomatic and you have not had any contacts with any person tested for positive, then you cannot go to any pharmacy. So I did not go to the pharmacy. And then eventually, when I had my test by the AHS, or the Alberta Health Service, they were saying that, oh, you can go. Uh, this is not the close contact that they are defining. So, but nonetheless, even if, for example, I don't, regardless whether I do receive the results earlier on or hindi, I will still have to quarantine for 14 days, diba? So, but yeah, I will be staying at home. It's by law. It's mandated by law. So I have to stay home and work from home. So here I am. Here I am alone in this empty room. Anyway, going back. Yeah. So I'm writing. I've got less than 2 hours to finish this. B. Sharon,
Hmm.
yes.
Send me picture so I can see the format, yeah, please.
I don't think this is actually a final version of it, so I'm not
That's
confident to
fine.
send this
That's
to you.
fine. I just need to see like what type of wording you are using. Obviously, we are opposite party. I can't use yours.
Okay, I will take a picture and send it to you.
Yeah.
So, okay, just to help you out.
Yeah.
But yeah, can I just in case?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
Sure.
Not too
Thank
soon.
you. Sorry.
Not too soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please write one for me. Just finish your then write for defendant.
You know what? I'm not even halfway there. So
Mhm.
and it's already 10:15. So we've got
Mhm.
less than 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. I'm just joking. Let me finish mine as well.
Wow,
Please.
are you done?
No, no. I just write two paragraphs.
Yeah, me too. Two paragraphs and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, but two long paragraphs.
No, no. Like see, just this one.
No, mine. Two long
Okay, two
paragraphs.
long paragraphs. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Sure.
Advertising on YouTube helps me reach engaged customers like Jenna, who's been searching for landscapers on Google.
Oh no, appropriating value to establish evidence of any relevance that would warrant the court to grant its replacement disclosure. Mhm. Option one. think this is necessary. Even if disclosure is not possible, preservation and defense will or apply for an injunction. We begin. Injunction. Ang siyang hanap-hanap ng puso. So pagkatapos nito guys, okay, kasi wala naman nanonood except for the 5 persons. Pagkatapos ito, I will have, yung next assignment ko will be wills. So I have to draft a will based from the scenario that is given to us, and this is due on Friday. Okay, so medyo a little bit of leeway. It is Tuesday tonight, Wednesday, Friday, 3 days lang. So I need to work on it tomorrow. Nah. Anyway, and on Saturday, we're gonna have a live discussion between some of my friends who are in the legal profession, and we're gonna be talking about the process in applying with the NCA or the National. Ano ba siya? Ano ba NCA? National Committee on Accreditation if you want to be a lawyer here in Canada. So magandang usapan. Why? Because I know for a fact that a lot of Filipinos are lawyers in the Philippines and who might have the interest of being a lawyer outside of the Philippines, say for example in Canada or in the US. Sa US, mas popular of course kasi marami ng lawyers talaga ang nag-a-attend. Meron na lang review sa Pilipinas wherein if you want to be a lawyer in the state of New York, you can do so. So um, now we are giving the same opportunity here in Canada. Unfortunately, onti lang ang nakakalam ng proseso ng Canada. And that's what I was thinking as well before. I thought that I can't be a lawyer here in Canada, and it's really hard to be a lawyer here in Canada. It's totally different because in New York or in the state of California, in California and New York, you just have to apply, have your credentials assessed, and then basically there's a bar exam. Now, once you pass the bar exam, now you can practice as a lawyer. Here in Canada, there's no bar exam. I mean, technically there are exams, but not in the form of. No, how can you say this? It's exam na parang bar exam. It's totally different from New York or in California. Here, but anyway, wag ko muna sabihin kasi I don't want to be preempting anything. But nonetheless, easy. Okay, it just takes time, matrabaho, but we'll get through. And now with the COVID pandemic, they have changed the rules. Okay, which makes it easier for lawyers to actually take the exams, or Filipino lawyers to actually take the exams, should they wish to do so. Um, okay, uh, if there's anything that I can say, this the target audience for this is or this is not just limited to any lawyers, any Filipino lawyers, okay, who have passed the bar exams in the Philippines. That's not true. That's just a myth. Even if you did not pass the bar exams or you did not take the exams or bar exams in the Philippines, it doesn't matter. Uh, Okay, so as long as you are a law graduate, a bachelor of law holder degree, you can already apply. Okay, probably you can be. Of course, I mean, yeah. The minimum requirement is that you have to have at least a graduate of law in the Philippines. Okay, regardless whether you are a practicing lawyer who passed the bar exams or not, it doesn't matter. You can still. Ang nagkakatalo lang daw would be the number of subjects that will be taken by the person. Of course, it is evolving. The rules when I applied for NCA back then, are totally different from the rules that are now applicable today. So that's why we have also invited guests who have recently taken the NCA or applied for NCA so that they can share, because whatever experiences that they have will be more relevant to people who have not yet applied for NCA. But at the same time, I've invited someone who has taken the NCA way back before me pa, and now he is a successful lawyer here in Canada. So we just wanted to make sure that we have a balance of the before and the after, so that for the guidance then, ano ba yung difference? Mukhang wala din naman, di ba? So, yep, I guess this is really a fun thing to watch. So I mean, I just would like to encourage you, because this is going to be a very crucial information if you have the interest in becoming a lawyer in Canada. But if you're not interested, I'm okay. Nothing wrong. I mean, I'm not doing this to get paid anyway. I mean, I'm doing this just to help out other Filipino lawyers, because this, there are the invited guests actually had a hard time. Not really had a hard time, but somehow it would have been faster. I mean, it would have been better if someone could have guided them in applying for an SCA rather than doing it on their own, because I did it on my own. I did not have anyone to help me out on this. It was just all my own doing. So again, diba, it would be easier. Siguro, you could right now you could already strategize on how to go about things, and yep, and of course the limitations. No, it doesn't necessarily mean that if you pass, say for example, you do take the NCA, apply for NCA, took the exams, you finish, you pass, you get the qualification. Now you can continue being a lawyer in Canada. Hindi ganun kadali. Okay, you still have to go articling. It's more of a practicum. Okay, um, for 1 year, except for some provinces wherein you can waive, but you still have to apply to them. You will still have to apply, and then basically pass the CPLED or parang sa atin MCLE. It's not really MCLE, but something like that to that effect. Uh, yeah, so ganon. Hmm, what else? So NCA, pero we're not going to be talking about articling and the CPLED because that's a totally different one. What we just want to share with you guys would be how to go about the NCA process, how to start or begin the process. And then eventually, if we gather much interest from people or from whoever watched the video, then we can do a part two, right? Now um, gearing towards the after NCA exams now. So yeah, so we will be discussing that. This is a fun thing to watch, so hopefully you'll be there. Anyway, so mag-break muna ako ng 5 minutes. Inaantok na ako, yung mata ko medyo inaantok na, but I still am not done with my assignment. So I need to finish that. Medyo, medyo maganda naman yung onti na lang. I still have 58 minutes left before I can submit. I'm back. Ooh, daming viewers Anyway, let's continue. Yes.
Did you submit?
No, not yet. I'm not yet done. Are you?
No, I'm
Oh
just
my God,
waiting
you're
for you.
done. Huh?
I'm waiting for you.
What? What do you? Are you done?
I don't know how to end it. I write 4 paragraphs. That's it.
Just uh, just that given the evidence provided, it is but proper for the court to approve the disclosure. That's it.
Okay, no problem. Just we have 10, 20 minutes.
So, are you done actually?
Yeah, I'm just finishing. Yeah.
Damn, girl.
No, I'm just ending because just have 20 minutes.
We still have 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, just 20 minutes.
Yeah, don't worry. I mean, we still have a lot of time.
Okay, finish yours, then I will call you in 10 minutes.
Okay, bye. The beach hub. Beach days are the best days, but they're not always easy. A beach shelter is a great idea, but they're too small, a pain to put up, and don't help you out where you need it. Until now. The beach hub will make your beach days the best they've ever been. From a super handy circular backpack, it instantly makes enough room for you and your buddies, with standing height for everybody. The heat-regulating material is coated to certification UPF 50, keeping you safe from sunburn and the heat all day long and from every angle. Not only that, but the beach hub is smart, with features designed to make beach days easier and more enjoyable. Never miss a moment with integrated solar power to keep your devices charged all day long. So you'll Yo.
Did you submit?
Yep.
Me too. Just 2 pages.
Yeah, me too.
That's okay. I'm not stressed out today. I don't know why. And this is the first time that I just submit like 8 minutes before
Oh
the
yeah.
deadline.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at this will assignment. Have you seen this here?
Which one?
Will.
I'm just going to look at. Give me 1 second. Let me sort out my paper. So now we are done with the shadow.
Finally, hey?
Finally, for almost 10 days, we are just Aaron shadow and Kevin.
Yeah. Finally, I don't want that anymore.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, give me 5 minutes. Let me something good to bring something to eat.
Okay, sure.
Okay, I'm calling you back.
Okay.
Hi, Ms. Hargreaves. I'm Gwen Whalen.
Oh, nice to meet you, Gwen. I'm Sarah.
Hi.
Sarah Hargreaves.
Is it okay if I call you Sarah?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay, thanks. So I understand you're here today. You're wanting to prepare a will?
Yes, I do. My husband and I actually had a will prepared years ago when we were first married, but we don't know where those are anymore. We've lost it over the years. So yes, I'd like that.
Okay. Do you have powers of attorney already prepared?
We do. So also our healthcare directives as well.
Okay, so just the will that we're talking
yes,
about.
for this time.
Okay. So just to give you a bit of an idea of how this meeting will go, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions.
Okay.
I've got a bit of a guide in front of me that I'll be going through to make sure we cover off everything. Some of the questions I ask, you may not know the answers to, and that's totally okay. If you don't know the answers to something, just let me know. You may have to go and get some additional information, but this will at least, from this we can sort of follow up and you'll know what additional information I need. But don't feel, that you need to have all of the answers here today, and there's nothing wrong with just saying you don't know the answers.
Perfect. No, I bought some stuff, but I don't know if it's enough. So we'll go.
Perfect. Yeah. And if there's anything that's missing, then we'll just identify that and you can get that to us at a later date.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. So again, I'm just going to start, if you're okay, going through the questions.
Sure. Okay.
Can I get your full name, please?
It's Sarah Annette Hargreaves
And it's Sarah with an H.
with an H.
And how is the Annette ANNETT? Okay. And do you have a spouse?
I do. His name is David Joseph.
Okay.
He actually also wants his will prepared, but he's out of town, but he'll be in to give instructions when he's back.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll make a note of that as well. Do either you or your husband go by any other names? Do you have any alternate?
No, just Sarah and David.
Just Sarah and David. Okay. I already have all of your contact information, so we don't need to go through that today.
Okay.
Now, are you and David married?
We are, yes.
And what was the date that you were married?
1981.
1981. And what month and day?
It was in December 20th.
Okay. And where did you get married?
It was actually in Nova Scotia.
Okay.
His family is from there.
Have you ever been married previously?
No, for both of us, it's our first marriage.
Okay. Do you have any children?
We do, yes. We have 3 children. Our
Okay.
eldest is Trevor. Did you need their ages at all? Or?
Yes, please.
Oh, perfect.
So Trevor,
is 17. And Teresa is 15.
how do you spell Teresa?
With an H.
T-H-E-R-E-S-S-A. Okay. Sorry, 15?
Yes.
Okay.
And Matthew is 12.
M-A-T-T-H-E-W?
That's right.
Trevor is male?
Yes.
Okay. And Teresa female? And Matthew?
Yes. I'm sorry, male.
Male. Okay. Do they have the same address as you?
They do,
All
yeah.
of them? Okay. And are any of these children from another relationship, or are they all
All ours.
yours and David's? Okay. Do you plan on having any more children?
Not right now. And I think not for good.
Okay.
3 is good.
3 is good. Well, and you're kind of past the, you're kind of at the stage where there's
Yeah.
light at the end of the tunnel, right?
Exactly. They're getting
Yeah.
older now.
Any stepchildren, adopted children, or children outside of marriage?
Nothing.
And I'm assuming, given their ages, that none of your children have children. Do you have grandchildren?
No, no.
Have you had any children that have predeceased you?
No.
Okay. So the next group of questions that I'm sort of going to ask you about have to deal with kind of the instructions for your will and the administration of your will. That first part was sort of the background information. Now we'll get into a little bit more detailed information. So who would you like to be your primary personal representative?
I would want that to be David as my sole executor.
Okay.
So nobody else would be executor with him. My father just passed away recently, and he didn't have a will, and there was no court's executor, and it's been quite difficult managing his estate. So I want to make sure this is done this
Yeah.
way.
I'm sorry to hear about your father as well. Okay. One thing that we recommend that you do provide for, though, is an alternate personal representative. So this isn't someone to be a representative jointly with David, but in the event that David's unable to act as the personal representative. So, for example, if he were to predecease you, or for some other reason isn't able to act, it's good to have an alternate person named. So have you thought about who you would want that to be?
I did, actually, because my kids are still too young, so I'd like it to be my sister. Her name is Emily Gable.
Emily Gable? Okay. Do you know her date of birth?
Yes, so it's May 5th,
May 5th?
1975.
Okay. Do you have contact information from her? I think I can get from you maybe at a later date.
Yes, that would. She moves around, so I'll give you an updated one.
Okay. And then we often ask for also a second alternate. So just in the event that Emily is unable to act, is there another alternate that you would?
Okay. To be honest, I haven't actually thought about that. Can I get back to you with that
Yeah,
information?
certainly. Have you given some thought to who you would want to be the guardians for any of the children that are under the age of 18?
We've talked about it, but we haven't made a decision either. So At this point, we'll have to get back to you with that information as well.
Okay. So just to let you know, and I will
Yeah.
follow all of this up, in an email to you afterwards that, so you don't have to remember everything, but just,
Perfect.
what I'll need is the name, the relationship, address, full contact details for those, anyone that you want as a guardian as well.
And like their birthdays and all of that.
Yeah, yeah. It's also good, again, just while you're thinking about it, to know that just like with the personal representative, you would want ideally to have an alternate for the guardian. So think about whether you want a guardian to be just one person, or whether they're sort of jointly people that will be guardians together, and then whether, in case they're unable to, who would you want as an alternate?
Okay.
So maybe give thoughts to sort of a couple of people.
Okay, that sounds good.
And same thing in terms of kind of all of the information, that contact information, birth dates, and all of that. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
So the next group of questions I'm going to ask you is around the beneficiaries. So that's, the people that you are looking to have benefit from this will. Have you thought about, first question, would you want all of the assets from your estate to go all to your spouse?
I would, yes, because I know I'll take care of the children, so I'd want everything to go to David except for one family ring that belonged to my grandmother. I'd actually like that to go, it's meant to go to Teresa, my daughter. We actually named her after my grandma, so when she's older, I'd like her to have that.
All to your spouse.
I
Have you thought about, first question, would you want all of the assets from your estate to go all to your spouse?
I would, yes, because I know I'll take care of the children, so I'd want everything to go to David except for one family ring that belonged to my grandmother. I'd actually like that to go, it's meant to go to Teresa, my daughter. We actually named her after my grandma, so when she's older, I'd like her to have that.
Okay. And if David were to predecease you, so if he were to die before you,
so it would go divide equally between the 3 children.
Okay, equally to all children.
Yeah.
Okay. At what age would you want the children to receive their share of the estate? So would you, for example, you can have them at the age of 18 or at any particular age receive kind of all of it, or you can have certain percentage as they reach certain ages so that they're not getting everything all at once.
I think I'll do 25.
Okay.
Start at 25.
Receive their share, okay, equally to all children.
Yeah.
Okay. At what age would you want the children to receive their share of the estate? So would you, for example, you can have them at the age of 18 or at any particular age receive kind of all of it, or you can have certain percentage as they reach certain ages so that they're not getting everything all at once.
I think I'll do 25.
Okay.
Start at 25. What would you recommend? Is that too?
It depends always on, your children,
Yeah.
Better than I certainly do, obviously. 25 is a very reasonable age. They're a little bit more mature by then. Would you want 100% then at the age of 25?
I think so. Yes.
I should also say too that nothing that you're, right now in this questionnaire, and as we're having this discussion, nothing here is, permanent or final. You can certainly, after we meet, think about, you'll continue to think about things. And if there's anything that changes, you can always let me know as well. Yeah. If one child dies before you do, or before attaining the age of 25, which is the age you've sort of indicated that they're entitled to the share, who should receive the remaining share, or whatever amounts remain? So let's say one child passes away before the age of 25, that third that would otherwise go to that child, how would you like that divided? Some options are, if that child has children, to pass directly to what would be your grandchildren, just to the surviving children, or some other arrangement.
I like the portion where if they do have children, for it to go to my grandchildren equally. If not, then to other remaining surviving children.
Okay.
A lot of things to think about, more than I thought.
There is, and that's often, the case. I think people think it's fairly straightforward, but there's a lot of things to consider. So now I'd like to ask you some questions about financial information. So this is going to be questions around your assets and liabilities, so amounts and that you may owe to others. Just to help you understand why we're asking these questions. The purpose is just to help, give us some information to help in planning your estate, make sure that there's appropriate powers in your will to deal with the assets that you have. It also serves to help make sure that your personal representatives have a rough idea of the assets that you have, when they're having to go and sort of identify the assets in the estate. But also, and importantly, this helps us to ensure that the transfer of your assets is done in the most tax efficient way possible, that we're, kind of making sure we're minimizing the taxes that have to be paid and to avoid probate as much as possible. So this information will help, will help guide us in that.
Okay, that sounds good.
Do you have any other assets outside of Canada? Do you own anything that's...
No, not at all.
No. Okay. Does anyone owe you money? Any debts that are owing to you?
No, none of them.
Okay. Do you have any business interests? Any ownership in a business?
Unfortunately not.
Outside of your RSP, do you hold like shares in a corporation or investments?
I don't have a pension.
Yo.
So what do you find out?
I just look at day 4 and I'm watching the interview.
Okay, now for that we need to watch the interview, right?
Sorry?
Well, we need to watch the interview.
Yeah, because that's what it says here. Watch Sarah Hargreaves will interview video from Legal Skills in Action and note her instructions for the purposes of drafting her will.
It says in the day 4, right?
Yes.
To give you the material in on-build in the legal drafting module, right?
Mm-hmm.
Watch Sarah interview video from the legal skills and action and note her instructions for the first.
You just have to click.
You can complete the will.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna watch the video and write down the instructions, and then I'm gonna head. I'm just gonna sleep.
I'm not going to read that 111 pages.
Oh, definitely not. It's crazy.
Professional ethics. I'm not going to read it as well.
So have you seen the
Yeah, obviously we need to see the video.
Yeah. Okay, so my question is that the only um, instructions?
Yeah, that's the only instructions.
So we just have to make draft the will, right?
Yeah. And the format, a precedent will is in the library.
Yeah, it's in day four as well.
Sorry?
It's in day four.
Is in day four?
Is
Yeah. Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
yeah, it's basically. I mean, it's already pre-filled, so
So we just need to listen the video, make the notes, and fill the information in this draft,
yep,
right?
yep. But yeah, I'm just gonna finish the video, but I don't think I'm gonna finish tonight.
Okay, my question is in this template it says, right, the revocation, that I revoke all bills and codicils previously made by me, right?
Mm-hmm.
In as I remember in their conversation, she said like her father didn't have any bill.
Mm.
So do we need to delete this sentence or this is the standard?
No, no, no. Uh, she doesn't. We can delete that because she doesn't have any wills previously made. This is her first time to be actually making a will.
Oh, okay, okay. Listen to me. That recording was for interviewing was regarding the distribution, right, and the administration of the estate, because her father died and he was there for the.
No, no, you got that wrong.
Okay, the other sister.
Huh? No, hold on. Okay, so if you take a look at the video only shows Sarah Hargreaves being interviewed by a lawyer. The
Yeah.
only reason why she mentioned about the dad was because since the father died without a will, she's now making a will just to be prepared because she doesn't want to die
Yeah.
without any will.
My mind was like thinking about Jordan.
Yeah, you must be thinking about Jordan, but
Yeah.
Jordan is different because
Yeah, this is different.
yeah,
This is another sister, right? Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So now you are listening the video.
Huh?
You are listening the video.
Yeah.
Okay. I will also. I will listen tomorrow morning because I don't have anything to do. Okay, what I'm thinking, we can start practice for from tomorrow. No, like after this assignment or before that.
Yeah. We can probably do Sunday.
Why Sunday? We can do every day now. We can finish the will tomorrow, and I will
Nax.
review the will a day after tomorrow and upload. That's it.
I mean, yeah, we can do that tomorrow. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Because there's no research, there's nothing else. We just need to listen the video 3 4 times, figure out the points and fill in the information, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Okay, okay, then I'm just going to sleep.
Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sure. Tomorrow you are not going to office.
Yeah, because we're gonna be quarantining for 14
And the
days.
thing is that, okay, the thing is that uh, I didn't get my test done yet today
Uh huh.
because I don't have a Roberta health card, right?
Oh
Does it
yeah.
call 811 and they will schedule appointment for you because you are from out of province.
Okay.
So they may call me tomorrow morning and then I will schedule the timing.
Okay. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Now I had my test done today, and unfortunately, they told me that my results will not be in
Mhm.
within 10 days.
Within 10 days?
Nope. At the earliest will be 10 days, but it won't be earlier than 10 days
Really?
because here in Alberta, um, in order for the results to be expedited, you must comply with the following. First, AHS or Alberta Health Service should call you and tell you, hey, you need to get tested. And secondly, if you are showing symptoms. If you are not complying with any of those and you get tested in AHS, uh, you won't be expedited. But if, for example, you go to pharmacies,
Mhm.
yes, they can probably release the results earlier than 10 days. But anyway, at the end of the day, we're going to be going on quarantine for 14 days anyway, so beats me.
Yeah.
And then, so 2 weeks starting this week, then next week, and then the following week will be um, the foundation workshop, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we? Okay. I was kind of thinking we could probably practice next week.
No, we need to start practice from this week. Because I'm so scared of that technology, how to log in, whatever. That
Oh,
lot of material.
but they've already sent us a tech manual, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
So we can use that tech manual, right?
yeah,
So we can practice on that.
yeah. I guess what we can do, I'm pretty sure Safdar won't be able to finish that will early. So
No, he might. I will call him tomorrow.
yeah, yeah. Because today he kept on calling me, asking about answers to his comprehensive quiz,
Okay.
and I warned him, Safdar. Um, Let me just warn you, a caveat. Don't take my answer as if it's 100% correct. Okay. So just letting you know that I might be wrong, your answer might be right. So please don't take it 100%. Okay? Yeah, 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 yeah. Don't worry.
Okay. It was like if you don't pass the third time, then they give the comprehensive, right?
Yes, for any quiz that you fail 3 times, they will give you that comprehensive quiz.
Not right after that. Like and at the end, right?
Yes, before foundation workshop starts.
Yeah.
So if, for example, he passes this comprehensive quiz, then he can continue with the foundation workshop. But if not, I don't know what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There's a double stress for him, right?
well, it seems as if he's not really stressed because
Sorry?
with the legal research, I
Legal
mean,
inside, sorry?
because with the legal research, he was done.
Yeah.
I mean, we were having a hard time actually finishing that, and he was able to finish that. I don't know.
Yeah, he was able to finish on Sunday on time, 2 hours before us.
Exactly, right? So I was like, he had to work Saturday, so I'm not so sure. I mean, yeah, if that's how it is, right?
So, so in future, in the coming modules, is there any written word?
Sorry?
In the coming modules, is there any written word?
Are we talking about foundation workshop?
Foundation workshop and capstone.
I think capstone is more of like a quiz, I think. I don't know. Is it?
And what about that virtual law firm?
The virtual law firm is just like a practical, like it's more of like what we're doing in foundation workshop, the rooms. So you're gonna have a Clio account, practice account, what we did the last time, and then so basically,
Sorry, we did the last time when?
remember we had a Clio login last time.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than that, it's more of like interviewing a client. I think. No, not that. The foundation workshop. That is the foundation. Yeah. So it's going to be more of a how to run a law firm by yourself.
Or to appear before the judge.
Not that the virtual law firm.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It doesn't relate to any court. It's more of managing and running your own law firm. Okay.
Like to comply with the law society rules.
Yes. So like the trust funds, general account. Yeah. So when are you going back?
Did you ever work on PC law?
Huh?
Did you ever work on PC law, the trust account and the general account?
Oh yeah, I was able to do that. But what in our firm, the good thing about it is that we're using Clio.
Okay.
So yeah.
So okay, in our office we were in Toronto as well, and here we use PC law.
Oh, you use PC law. How was it?
It's easy.
It's easy. The firm.
It's less technical than Clio because Clio have the different features in one software. Like the conflict check is there, right?
Mhm.
But in PC law, it's just the accounting, trust, and general.
So what do you plan to do? So you're gonna go back to Toronto.
Yeah,
Do you have any secured law firm to work with?
I will open my own office right after the license.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
I already worked with a lawyer for 7 years in real estate law.
In
In real estate law in Mississauga.
oh really?
Yeah, from 2012, September 2012 till September 2019, I was working with him.
Okay. So are you gonna be specializing in real estate?
I will start with real estate and family.
So is the firm that you're working right now with is focusing on family?
Yeah, the one lawyer is totally just the real estate. The other one is with the family, immigration, and the personal injury.
Mm. I never thought of actually opening my own that soon.
No, from the day one, I will start my own office.
Yeah. I'm just trying to say my observation. Like, I don't think I will start my own firm once I get
My I was
comfortable.
thinking with the lawyer I was working with in Mississauga, right? You can't even believe, like, there are two other girls. I trained them like as an assistant, right? Because I was working as assistant.
Mm.
Earlier in 2002, from 2012 to 2015, I was alone as assistant with the lawyer.
Oh,
Then
really?
then we hired one girl. I trained her, and then we hired another girl in 2018. I trained her as well. Then in 2019, I just took off for my exams.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you took your exams just last year?
Oh yeah,
How many subjects?
7. No, I started in 18. Whenever I just self study, you know that MCA, right?
Yeah.
And from my before 2 weeks before exam, I took day off, took 2 weeks off from the office
Mm-hmm.
and just study, learn notes, and go for the exam.
Clearance notes. So you've got five core subjects, and what are the other two?
Property and contract.
Property and contract. You didn't have any torts?
Sorry.
You didn't have torts?
I passed when I did my law degree in India.
Oh, but I know a lot of Indian friends.
Yeah, sometimes they give the torts as well. Yeah.
Sheesh, you know what tours here in NCA?
Mhm.
Hmm.
You got that?
Yeah, it's a killer actually. That's one of the hardest.
Okay. Did you take the classes from Amir for any subject?
Ahmed Chaudhry?
Yeah.
No, 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 no. I studied in UBC.
Oh, you studied in UBC. Wow.
Yeah, and so it's really good. But I did take a an online lecture with someone from Calgary.
Amar Ahmed?
Is it Amar Ahmed? He teaches torts.
Maybe mm, Himanshu?
Himanshu Singhal.
Himanshu Singhal? I know him. He's my friend.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you know him?
Actually, I didn't know him. The this is the the word is round, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know him. Somebody because when I was prepared, I did three exams in one time at one time,
Mm-hmm.
like administration, admin law,
Mm-hmm.
property, and contract. I did in May 2019 altogether, and some of my known person, like he was also preparing for contract and property. He told me about Himanshu. I called him for the classes, but I just take one class, right? Just the
Mm-hmm.
introductory one, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that because I have at that time I took off for 5 weeks from office to prepare three exams. So I didn't have time to spend on the classes. I just believe on like self study, right?
Yeah.
So I did. Then in one time I was talking to him, and he mentioned one of the person, one lawyer. He is in Brampton, and that lawyer is his classmate, and that lawyer is my dad's friend's son.
Mm.
So that's how we get connected, and now he's a good friend of mine.
I enrolled in her. I enrolled in Himanshu's torts. So
Mhm.
basically, I was kind of thinking if I mean
His
because
wife
this,
is also immigration lawyer.
huh?
His wife is an immigration
Oh,
lawyer.
really?
He worked with a very big firm, immigration law firm.
In Calgary.
Yeah.
I was actually arguing with him every time we have the torts class
Really?
because there would be some he would be teaching some principles that are different from what I read. So I was like,
Okay. Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay.
So I mean, I don't think, to be
You know
honest,
that my daughter is also in law school.
really, right now, here.
Yeah, England. He just started in this year, first
Why
year.
would you? Why would you send people? Why would you send your kids to England?
The thing is that like she did a community justice program for 2 year here in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
After grade 12, 2 year community justice. She had community justice program in school from grade 11, and she spent 2 years in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now for the university, for the graduation, she need to spend 3 more years in the university, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then LSAT,
Mm-hmm.
and then 3 year degree,
Mm-hmm.
then barrister and solicitor,
Mm-hmm.
right? So her friends they are not that much career conscious. They are just after graduation they might be in different jobs or something like that. So by the time their friends will finish the university in 3 years, she will finish the law.
Oh, so she couldn't wait.
Yeah. Sometimes see, like we are patient, but kids are not patient here, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are so impatient, like they just want to get into like where they can be self independent, right? So when I was just thinking like if her friends start working and she was still studying, and she need to struggle for, she need to prepare for the LSAT, and it's, you never know if she can qualify for that or not. And at that time she has to go to England. That might be a tough decision at that time, because again she need to spend 3 or 4 more years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why not now?
So how much is her tuition and fees in there? In
That is a lot.
sorry,
That is
a
a lot.
lot. Where is she studying in England?
Leicester,
Hmm.
University of Leicester.
There are two members in GOC Edmonton. Do you know Zahir Abbas?
No,
He's the president, and Adil Malik.
no.
So Zahir is Indian, but he studied here in Canada for college, but he studied in UK for law school. Adil as well, I think. He's hmm, Palestine, Pakistan. No, Pakistan. Yeah,
Pakistan, okay.
yeah, Pakistani. And he studied, I think, here in Canada for college, and then he also studied in the UK
Because it save time.
because of like you're gonna be saving
Exactly.
3 years.
Yeah. See, if my daughter start now university and then again then 1 year for LSAT, 6 months for LSAT preparation, and then 3 year degree, it will almost take 7 more years, right?
But once she comes back here and practice as a lawyer, she has to undergo NCA.
Yeah.
And how many subjects is that? Five, six?
Doesn't matter because like she can pass five, even if it's 7 subjects, she can pass in 1 year.
Hmm. Yeah. Well,
And because they are born and they are brought up here, their schooling is here, it's not hard for them.
oh, especially English language. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they can speak.
And in language as well, and the study pattern as well.
Yeah. So can they actually work there and be a lawyer there or no?
In England,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah. What if, for example, she starts to enjoy UK, she wants to stay there. Oh, ma, I want to stay here. Can they practice law?
We'll find a guy there and marry her.
Unless you do a fixed marriage for her, right?
Sorry,
Do you do a fixed marriage for your daughter?
just now.
No, no, no. I mean, are you planning on having a fixed or arranged marriage for your daughter?
Doesn't matter. We are not strict at that point.
Oh, really?
If she find a good family, good guy, then fine.
So even if the guy is not Indian?
No, preferably Indian.
I thought you're
Religion doesn't
okay.
matter. Religion doesn't matter, but preferably Indian.
Are you okay if the guy is Muslim?
Muslim. I clearly told them I can accept a white guy. It doesn't matter, but I can't accept a Muslim.
Why? I thought as long as he's Indian.
No, the thing is that it's not about the nation, right? Not about the country. It's about the religion because the Muslim religion is like kind of totally different.
Yeah, of
Even,
course.
even though my brother-in-law, my husband's brother, he married a Pakistani girl, the Muslim girl.
Are they
He's
both
sorry.
are they both Muslims now?
No, no, she convert her religion to Sikh.
Oh, okay. Question is, of course I understand. Religion wise,
Hmm.
it's kind of
Hmm.
hard if you have different religion because different beliefs, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? You're not being compatible.
yeah.
Now the question is, if for example the guy is not Muslim, Christian,
Hmm.
and then he wants her to convert, will she convert?
That's her choice after marriage.
Okay, so you're okay as long as it's not
So,
Muslim.
if there's no point that I'm okay or not, because personally I'm not okay. If somebody asks me to change the religion, I will not, right?
Yeah.
But after marriage, if I can't stop anybody, we can't stop kids.
Yeah, well, because India is a melting pot of religion,
Yeah,
right? Hinduism, what?
yeah,
Buddhism,
yeah,
Christian, Catholic,
yeah.
Muslims.
But
Sikh.
I know my kids. That's how we brought up them, right? I have three daughters actually, and they can have friends, but they will not marry the other people.
Why?
I know that I'm so friendly with my daughters, right? Like I know how to mentally prepare them.
It's their decision at the end of the day, not yours.
That's their decision for sure. And I will stand by with them. Even if the
Yeah.
whole family is not standing by with them, I will stand by with them. But I'm making their mind like that they will not like any other person except Punjabi.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I think arranged
Rest,
marriages
rest
in
we don't know.
no, but arranged marriages in India is, I mean, not really strict, but it's very common
Very common.
and very preferred.
Yeah, very preferred and very common. But like I'm not that strict, but I would prefer if it's the Indian guy. But otherwise, I don't mind. Not Muslim, never. My daughter, the youngest one, like she has since we came in Canada, she was 5 year at that time, right? And from the very beginning, all her friends, Guyanese or the black.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all her friends, Guyanese or black. Or the last grade, in grade 7, 8, she has just one Punjabi friend, right? All other friends are, and we like make fun of her, like why you don't have any Indian friends, or not even white friends, right? So she always fight with me, Mama, you are racist, you are racist, you are that.
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, there's so many Indians here in Canada right now, right? I mean, it would be peculiar, it would be surprising if you don't have a friend, if you don't have an Indian friend, at least one.
Yeah,
So,
she just had one Indian friend from in grade 7.
yeah, so it would be surprising for you not to have your daughter's friends as Indians, right? Because, I mean,
Yeah.
Indians are all over
But
the
then,
place.
but when I asked them like what kind of like you know like the because we have one you can say tradition in my house that since we came in Canada, every week, every Friday night or Saturday, I spend with my kids, right?
Mm.
Even like I'm so much in touch with my kids, like they are very friendly with me, and when we are together, nobody can say like I'm their mom, just like friends. And we use every weekend we watch Punjabi movies,
Mhm.
so and we listen Punjabi music together,
Mhm.
so they can in touch with their culture and all those stuff, right? And when we ask her like what kind of boy you want in your life, she will show me any Punjabi singer.
Oh my god. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean,
And she said, I will marry a guy
with
with turban.
oh a Sikh, right?
Yeah,
A conservative Sikh,
yeah,
because there are now Sikhs that are not wearing turbans,
yeah.
right? And those who are wearing turbans are conservatives.
No, it's not really like they are not conservatives, but they are little strict.
Is your husband wearing turban? Is he Sikh?
He is sick, but he don't wear turban.
And that's okay.
That's okay, yeah.
Why are you wearing a turban then?
Sorry.
Why are they wearing turbans?
So, as a religion wise, they need to wear the turban. They can't cut their hair. But nowadays, like my husband was in England for like 7 years. When we got married, he was wearing turban. But after few years, he just cut hair in when he was in England.
Everything, the beard. So he
Clean
cut
shave,
everything.
clean shave.
So
He
is that
he looked like a white guy.